Hi guys, back in the woods again. Only out for a few hours, just gonna make a bit of dinner in the woods. Finish work early, so beautiful autumn afternoon. Absolutely love this time of year.
Through the reeds the wind did whisper of the lives lived long before. Across the sea the sun lay dying in the robes that the evening wore. In the half-light, shadows forming over salt marsh, town and sea. To other worlds our minds surrender from our ordered lives set free. Flock of seabirds shimmer brightly, weaving through the winter sky. As on the waves the mist hangs lightly. When did you ever learn to fly? In the earth the souls lay sleeping, those who toil to reclaim this land. And the sea will rise up slowly as we build our walls upon the sand. Until the storm will turn our faces, feel the salt spray cleanse our skin. Smoke and mirrors will change places, and as birds will begin again, as birds will begin again.
Right, so I'm just gonna have a bit of late lunch. Brought the solo stove today because there's a lot of people about. And one of these days I'm going to get confronted with an open fire, so at least with solo stove, you know, I'm pretty cool. So today's video, it's going to be a bit of a looking back, the reasons why I started a YouTube channel, you know, and what I used to do before that. And a bit of it's going to be looking forward as well as to what's coming up, what I've got planned. So a bit of looking back, a bit of looking forward, but right here in the present, we're going to have some lunch. I love this time of year. Early autumn, absolutely love it. Not a great lover of summer, to be honest. Only good thing about summer is the long days. Can't beat that. And it's every shade of green. This time of year the colours are absolutely beautiful. And to be in woods at this time of year, fantastic. It's coming up to my my son's 31st birthday. It's gone like that. Where does the time go, eh? Used to go up and see him for his birthday. But we wanted to do something, so we came up with this idea that every year on his birthday we would go away for the weekend, do a wild camp, climb a mountain, you know. We've had some fantastic times, I've got to say. And it's this last couple of years that's kind of, you know, we've stopped doing that. He's spending more time with his kids now, my grandkids. So I started doing stuff on my own. And that's why I started doing the YouTube channel. You know, because I've been watching you guys, I've been watching YouTube for many years, and I suddenly thought, you know, why am I going out just taking photographs when I could be filming it? So that's where it came from. It's a year ago, this week, that I went off to do the Isle of Wight Coastal Path Part 1. So in a way it's a bit of an anniversary for this YouTube channel. So that's why I wanted to do something this weekend and, you know, just mark that. The first year on YouTube. I've had some nice trips, it's been really good. I remember back in 2010, a real memorable walk for me and my son. We went up to Wasdale. I drove through the night, picked him up about 5 in the morning, dragged him out of bed, and we drove up to Wasdale and we climbed Pilar via Yewbarrow. What a fantastic day. I've never seen Wastwater as still. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, we watched the sun come up and then we set off on a fantastic day's walk. And by the time we reached Yewbarrow it was snowing. Got caught out in a big one. So here's a bit of a slideshow of that day. Fantastic. many trips like that, but that was a memorable one because we had 4 seasons in one day. Like I said, you know, beautiful morning, beautiful sunrise, and the snowstorm, man, it was coming sideways. And we could have come unstuck, but it went as quick as it came, to be honest. Got a beautiful rainbow at the end of it. Super day. Do you know they were nearly on top of me then? Saw a big male trying to get on top of a female there. Beautiful. Look at that. Big old male there. Fabulous. Do you know, I was invited to go on the old Three Peaks Challenge once, 2009. Ben Nevis, Scarfell, Snowdon. Never fancied it. Doesn't appeal to me, just, you know, going up a mountain, watching your clock all the time, trying to do it within 24 hours. I said, nah, it's not my cup of tea, lads. I said, what would be my cup of tea is to do the 3 peaks over 3 days, you know, and choose a more scenic route up each mountain. You know, Ben Nevis, go round the back, have a look at the north face, go over the CMD you're at, and Scarfell, maybe go up Piers Gill, something like that. And Snowdon, got to be Crib Croc, you know, Crib Gock, however you pronounce it. And they said, do you know, Jim, that's exactly what we've got planned. I said, well, I'm in. We paid 60 quid each for a minibus and fuel, and had 3 fantastic days. Brilliant. So I've put a little slideshow together. So, July 2009. So there you go, the 3 peaks in 3 days. Fantastic time. Slept on the minibus. You know, the driver, Pete, he didn't do any climbing, he just got his head down when we were out all day. One of them real memorable trips. My only regret is not having a decent camera with me, you know, to do a bit of filming, because the characters, they were all interesting people. My daughter goes to a community church, so it's like an annual trip for them. They do it every year, do something like that every year. And on that occasion they invited me, because my daughter says, oh, my dad likes going up the mountains, and they said, well, tell him to come along. So we had a couple of ex-Marines. One was a teacher, the other was a funeral director. We had a policeman, we had a doctor, a director of a company, and a few students, and little old me, you know. I mean, I've got thousands of photographs at home from different trips, you know. But I'm just going to leave it at them two for now. I might do it again sometime, put a couple of slideshows together and put them out on YouTube. You know, it's just to get it out there, you know. Good memories. So I'm going to take this opportunity to send out a big thank you to everybody that watches my videos, everybody that comments. I've had some fantastic comments. Makes my day, you know, to read something positive. You know, I'm no expert in anything, as you know. I just do what I do, I enjoy doing what I do. And I love putting the films together, you know. So a big thank you to you guys, thank you very much for your continued support. All the new subscribers, thank you very much, really appreciate it. So now it's time for a chocolate. So that were really nice, you know. Can't beat it, can you? Bit of dinner down woods. And I'm not a meat eater, so I always had a bit of cheese, you know. But I'm going to eat a lion. Okay, so what's coming up? Before the end of this year, I'm going to do the South Dorset Ridgeway with Chisel Beach, hopefully Chisel Beach, depends on the weather. Because it's an 18-mile shingle beach from Portland. And that's a long walk on a shingle beach. Never done anything like that before, so it's a bit of a challenge as well. So I'm going to do a wild camp on Chisel Beach first night, set off from Portland, wild camp on Chisel Beach, up onto the Ridgeway. So that should be about a 40-mile walk, circular walk, back round to Weymouth. So I'm looking forward to that. I've been doing a lot of research. There's tons of stuff around there, prehistory stuff, you know I like a bit of that. Hill forts, stone circles. Showed you a bit of that on my Standing Stones Part 1, because that's the area that I did my introduction for the Standing Stones Part 1. And that was just a recce to do the Ridgeway in Chisel Beach. So I want to do that before the end of the year. I'm going to do the South Downs Way early spring next year. I've talked about this before. You know, I've been researching that, really looking forward to going on that. So in between time, I'm going to do, when I went to Yewbarrow and did my wild camp on top of Yewbarrow, really enjoyed that. I've done it before without my cameras back in the day, you know, so I want to film a lot more of that, mountain wild camps, you know, and I'm hoping for better weather next year. So I've got tons of plans, tons of things I want to get put out there on YouTube. You know, because I do this all the time. I'm down the woods most weekends. If I'm not working, I'm down here. Don't always bring my camera. But I brought the cameras today because I wanted to put these slideshows up and I wanted to talk a bit and just talk about the past, talk about the future, you know, a bit of channel chat. Nothing wrong with that. And have my dinner. So I'm hoping I see a few more deer before I go back. But it's starting to go dark now, so I'm going to clear my sight, I think. I'll wait for that to die down. Because them chunks in there are oak, so they're going to burn for another hour. So I'm going to chill out, eat my lion, finish my chocolate, and if there's anything else to film, I'll bring you back. If not, see you later.